Hi YouTube, it's Kathy. Happy Vlogmas. I figured since it's the 10th day of Vlogmas, I should do a 10 list or a top 10 list, and I'm going to give you my top 10 travel tips because I really like traveling. So far I've traveled to places such as the US, Russia, the Republic of Ireland, the UK, Germany, Portugal, as well as Greece. And there's so many more places I want to go. So some of these tips are based on my own personal experience and some of them are just good advice. Number 1, travel with a friend. Now, when I first moved overseas for 2 years, I lived in Ireland and then in Scotland. I moved with a friend of mine. On this particular trip, traveling with a friend was a really good idea because it was the first time either of us had been away for so long. And this was also at a point where we didn't actually have the internet for the first year. When we lived in Ireland, we just couldn't get internet at home. We had to go to a cyber cafe. By traveling with each other, we got far less homesick than one might imagine. A few years ago, I went on a 6-month trip with a partner, and traveling with that person made it so that we shared all the accommodations, which was great because we were able to rent out an entire hotel room for a month in Portugal, we were able to rent out a flat in Athens, and we were able to rent out a flat on Crete, all for really cheap prices, especially when you were splitting it between 2 people. Number 2, research where you're going. So when I first moved over to Europe, we lived in Ireland for the first year, and then we were going to the UK for the second year. We had the option of starting off in London or starting off in Edinburgh. And by doing a little bit of research, I was able to realize that Edinburgh was the much better idea for me. Not only does it have the world's largest theatre festival, which was great because I'm such a theatre dork, its population was also about 1/14 the size of London, which is great when you're an introvert. I mean, I visited London, but I would never want to stay there more than a few days. Number 3, read the fine print. When I was originally moving over to Europe, our baggage allowance was up to 2 bags of 80 pounds each, which by today's standards was a lot. This was 2007. When we were coming back, however, our baggage allowance was up to 50 pounds, and this included both our carry-on and our checked luggage combined. We thought it was just our checked luggage that had to be under 50 pounds, so we put as much as we possibly could into our carry-on, and then we had to sit in the Glasgow airport and kind of figure out what we were taking home, and then since I was coming back in a few months, the plan was to pick up all the items we left behind, but the person that took care of those items wasn't even in the country when I came back, so I never saw those items again. Number 4, balance your experience. What I mean by this is, obviously if you're going on a short trip, you want to get in as much as possible, so people tend to book as many activities as they possibly can to see everything in a city. And although that's great, something I really stress is taking some time to just sit down somewhere and observe the location from one fixed point, especially through people watching, having some of the local cuisine, anything like that. It really gives you a way to absorb the experience that you're having. Number 5. Lock up your valuables at hostels. Some hostels are fine and some hostels are shady. I've had mainly good experience at hostels, but I did have my brand new UK mobile stolen from right beside my face as I was sleeping in a hostel. And when I bought a replacement mobile, I definitely either kept that in my locker, or if I needed it as an alarm, I put it actually inside my pillowcase. So somebody would have to actually reach under my head to get it. Number 6, know your transit route ahead of time. I always look up where I'm going, how to get there, and what I'm going to need to get there. So if I need my fare to be in cash, if I have to use a card, that type of thing. Knowing all of this ahead of time, especially if you're traveling in a location where you don't speak the language, is imperative to making it a smooth transition and keeping down the stress. Number 7, bring snacks if you can. I have a lot of allergies, so if I can bring snacks with me, I definitely take advantage of that, such as when I take the Clipper from Victoria down to Seattle. I always try to bring a snack with me. Also, if I'm going to conventions, I always try to bring a snack there because I'm usually having way too much fun to even think about feeding myself, and I'll go the entire day without food, which is just not good for your body. Also, researching ahead of time where near your accommodations there might be a grocery store or convenience store is a really good idea. Number 8, pack only what you really need. This one might seem like a no-brainer, but even I fall victim to the thinking of, what if I need this certain item for this certain thing that might come up, possibly on my trip? The best way to pack what you really need is to think about where you're going and what you'll be doing while you're going there. If you don't really need extra pairs of shoes, don't pack them. Will you really have enough time to hang around and read more than one book? If not, don't pack more than one book. Just be sure that if you are bringing electric devices, that you bring all of the chargers you need. Number 9, pack for the climate. Now, if you're going to a convention and you're going to be inside most of the day, this doesn't really matter as much, depending on how far away you're staying from the convention center. I definitely didn't bring any rain gear the last time I went to Seattle, which was a terrible choice because the convention center was all uphill from where I was staying, and it was raining like a mofo that first day. And then I had to go back to the hostel and get my camera because I totally forgot it. Needless to say, I was soaked for most of the first day. I just didn't dry for the first few hours. If you're going to a colder climate, pack some warm items. If you're going to a warmer climate, pack some cooler items. Just be sure to bring clothing that you're actually comfortable wearing. So if you tuck something in the back of your closet and haven't worn it for a really long time, but you think it would be a good item to bring on your trip, just try it on before you pack it. And if it's comfy, it's good to go. If it's not comfy, you're not going to want to wear it on your trip. And remember, if you're traveling for a really long time, you can always pick up items in your destination. And number 10, take advantage of sleeping in transit. Now, this isn't always possible, but naps are a really great way to feel energized once you meet your destination airport or train station or bus station, because after that, you're going to have to go through all the rigmarole of security and then getting to your actual accommodation or wherever you're going outside of the airport or terminal. Just make sure that if you're not going to the last stop of the transit, that you wake up in time to get off at the correct stop. If you're traveling with somebody and they just can't sleep on the train, hopefully they'll wake you up and not just leave you there. Well, that's it for me for right now. Do you have any really great travel tips? Leave them down in the doobly-doo. Give this a like if you liked it, share it if you have a friend who's going on a trip sometime soon, and if you'd like to see more from me, you can always subscribe. Happy Vlogmas!